Evening, sanctioned by the World Boxing Organization and recognized by The Ring magazine. 12 rounds of boxing for the Super Lightweight Championship of the World. Governed by the rules and regulations of the New York State Athletic Commission, the 3 judges assigned to ringside, Max DeLuca, Eric Marlinsky, and Steve Weisfeld, and inside the ring, in charge of the action at the bell, World Championship veteran referee Harvey Dodd. And now, the officials are in place, and they are ready. The fighters are in the ring, and they are ready. New York boxing fans, are you ready? For the thousands in attendance at the sold-out Garden and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, the challenger, standing with his head trainer Wally Moses, wearing black, trimmed with orange, official weight, 138.6 pounds. An Olympic silver medalist, now with a perfect record as a professional, 24 fights, 24 victories, 11 wins by knockout. He's a 3-time 3-division world champion from Newark, New Jersey, the former featherweight world champion, former super featherweight world champion, and current lightweight champion of the world, the undefeated Shakur Stevenson. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner with his head trainer, Teofimo Lopez Sr. He's wearing blue with gold and officially weighed in at 139.6 pounds. This 2016 Olympian now has an outstanding professional record consisting of 22 victories, 13 wins by knockout, only 1 split decision loss, undefeated for over 5 years. He's a 2-time 2-division world champion from Brooklyn, New York, the former lightweight world champion, the reigning, defending Ring Magazine WBO Super Lightweight Champion of the World, the Takeover, Teofimo Lopez.
Hang on, you gotta clear the ring. Here we go. Okay, Bob, you received my instructions earlier. As a reminder, obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. Touch him up, good luck.
Shakur Stevenson, the challenger, chasing history, looking to become the fastest 4-division champion of all time. Teofimo Lopez, the champ who is the underdog, but vows to show the world he's not just better than Stevenson, but he's the best fighter in the world. 2 28-year-olds in their prime at Madison Square Garden for the Super Lightweight Championship of the world. Here we go.
And the big question of this fight, the story of this fight, is how does Teofimo Lopez break the defense of Shakur Stevenson? When he's struggled in fights, it's been against defensive specialists. Someone like Sandor Martin, who gave him fits. Jermaine Ortiz gave him fits. Shakur Stevenson is an enhanced version of those fighters. He has got to find a way to break this defense.
I like the way that Shakur met him in the middle of the ring, but already Teofimo trying to back up Shakur. Shakur's brilliant on the back foot, excellent counter puncher. Teofimo can't overcommit too early or he will get counters.
And that's what happened against Sandor Martin, that lead check hook. Martin caught him with that as Lopez coming in. When he comes in, Sergio, he comes in with that left hand down.
Teofimo shines with offensive fighters. It's the defensive fighters, like you said, Chris, that he kind of has to figure out while he's dealing with the defensive fighter in Shakur tonight.
Well, the question was, which way would the crowd go? Seems like it's a bit of a pro-Stevenson crowd. Who's from Newark, New Jersey. Lopez from Brooklyn.
Both these guys have worked extensively on the body work in these camps. Stevenson likes to throw that jab straight left down to the body. Teofimo Lopez trying to come around the guard to land those liver shots.
Shakur looks perfectly fit for a 140-pound weight class, doesn't he?
He fits in nicely. I was about to say that. They're both evenly matched, not only in their age, but their physique. They both look like they're 140-pounders.
Yeah, Shakur said he would stay up at 140 if he needed to. As Teo lands left hand or could drop back down to 135.
The first two punches are not going to land by Teofimo, and he's got a taste of that right now. He's going to have to set up the third and fourth punch to land anything on Shakur. What you don't want to do with Teofimo is fall off balance, missing a punch. It's just going to be food for Shakur Stevenson.
Would you try and let Shakur come to you, or would you go after Shakur?
Well, a little bit of both. A little bit of both. You're going to have to back him up, of course, to try to get respect. But you also got to...
Oh, left hand from Shakur.
Let Shakur come to you as well. But right now, Shakur's doing just fine coming forward, going around the guard with that left hand.
Shakur flashing that speed. Lightning quick hands.
The left hand is getting in on Teofimo. Blocks right there, but I love the fact that he's unleashing that left hand with power so early as Shakur.
Lopez promised to test Shakur's chin. He said, no one's been able to do it. I will. Well, Shakur said he didn't expect this fight to be close. He said it's a big mismatch. Teo has too many holes in his game, and I'm going to expose them.
If Teofimo can't close that range, then he's going to have a long night tonight. Right now, he landed a nice right hand there, but he's been missing with the jab. So he's going to have to double and triple the jabs to break that range, but he's going to get countered with that right hand of Shakur. So sharp with that jab and looking for that check right hook is Shakur Stevenson.
Shakur with an 11-4 edge and punches landed in the first 10 of which were jabs. He can win a lot of fights behind the jab.
I'll tell you what, man, he's getting aggressive with that jab as well. I think that fight with William Zepeda brought on a new meanness in Shakur. A front foot, aggressive, offensive-minded meanness.
Now, we've seen Shakur in the past be a front foot fighter. When he beat Jamel Herring to win the championship at 130 pounds, he was walking Jamel Herring down at the latter stages of that fight. He's not afraid to come forward. Good counter, Teofimo.
Yeah, left hand from Shakur matched by a right hand from Teo. Is it going to be this kind of fight, Sergio, a tit-for-tat kind of contest?
If it's that kind of contest, then Shakur is going to be at the better end of it. Teofimo needs to actually push Shakur back. Shakur's pushing Teo back right now with the front foot and the speed.
Well, it's hard to hit Shakur with one punch, much less a combination.
And you don't want to fence jab for jab with Shakur. He has a better jab in between these two guys.
Now, Shakur will fight all day countering these lunging attacks from Teofimo Lopez. If it's 12 rounds of this, it's going to be clean for Shakur.
And Chris, there have been questions about the health of Shakur's hands. They're a bit brittle, but he told us differently in the fighter meetings this week.
Well, I asked him coming out of the Zepeda fight, which was the hardest fight of his career, how his hands held up. And he said he was surprised at how healthy they were coming out of it. So no issue with the hands. After that fight, he says no issue with the hands during this months-long training camp.
Yeah, in that fight, Stevenson absorbed a career-high 272 total punches. That's obviously a push/slip.
At this range, Shakur is almost impossible to beat. Teofimo needs to find a way in, whether with jabs, upper body movement, roughing him up, something. At this range, Shakur all the way.
Shakur looks locked in, doesn't he?
Locked and loaded is Shakur Stevenson. You can see that left hand just ready to get unleashed.
Double method. You're going to see the fucking hook, okay? I promise. Look for that fucking hook. No. Here's the 1-2 on track. You hear me? 1-2. 1-2. I know. You better than them. Fuck him up.
Moses, the grandfather and trainer of Shakur Stevenson, brings up the strength of Lopez. Shakur looks at him and says, I'm stronger than him.
Well, so far, Shakur's been better than him. 18-7 edge in landed punches, including jabs. 15 jabs landed for Shakur, just 5 for Teo.
Good left hand there from Shakur Stevenson.
Teofimo's going to have to do something this round. I mean, I know it's only two rounds in, but the respect that the lack of respect that Shakur is showing him and just outboxing him from that outside, he needs to close that range and that distance Lopez does.
We'll look at Chris Mannix's scorecard. I have a feeling we know what it's going to say.
Yeah, 2 rounds to none in favor of Shakur Stevenson. That jab is just an effective weapon. It's sharp, and then moments ago we saw Shakur followed up with a straight left hand. The more chances Teofimo takes, the more opportunities it's going to be for Shakur Stevenson to land that left 20-18 through 2 rounds.
Do we have to see a new wrinkle in Teofimo Lopez's game here tonight if he wants to be competitive, Sergio?
I think we're going to have to see greatness from Teofimo to do anything. It's hard to land a glove on Shakur. And look at that long, sharp, accurate jab by Shakur. He doesn't waste punches. He doesn't fall off balance, and that's what makes him dangerous. The reflexes are just too sharp. And normally it's Teofimo with the reflexes and the front foot counterpunching. Right now, Shakur on the front foot backing up Teofimo, getting respect.
Teo going for a body shot. Shakur kind of looked him off.
Shakur is going to be hard to beat tonight.
Teofimo wanted to give this crowd fireworks. He said, look, we got a sold-out guard. Let's light this place up.
Yeah, well, the quieter it is, the better it is for Shakur Stevenson, I'll tell you that.
Shakur looking uber confident in there. Really hasn't broken a sweat yet.
Little body shot there snuck in by Teofimo Lopez.
That's the thing about Shakur Stevenson. He dictates the tempo of the fight or the boxing. He doesn't let you do anything. He's in control all the time, in and out style.
Lopez trying to land something. Shakur kind of roughing up Teo a little bit rather than the other way around.
I'm surprised that Shakur's being so front foot heavy. You know, he's tit for tat, he's fencing with that jab. He's not backing up and moving like he normally is. A lot more flat-footed. And that's what I'm talking about, the confidence he got from that Zepeda fight. That's the most offensive I've seen Shakur, and in this fight, I love the confidence, I love the body language, the front foot pressure that he's applying on Teo.
Let's not bring the 1-2, right? And let's bring the banana, roll and rock. Changing the level.
So many big name celebrities and fighters in the house. There's B-Hop, Carl Anthony Towns,
optimistic that we are going to get Boots Virgil in a few months.
Well, we have gotten Lopez Stevenson. A lot of people thought we might not ever see this fight. And right now, it's pretty much the Stevenson show.
I mean, if this fight is being fought at the pace Shakur Stevenson wants it, at the range Shakur wants it, the output all favor Shakur Stevenson.
Lopez trying to push on the front foot now. There's a right hand. Didn't quite connect.
It is so hard to break that range.
Well, look, Zepeda had some success based solely on the volume and the front foot pressure. Would you like to see Lopez maybe take a page out of the Mexican book?
Teofimo's been trying to do that. He just can't get past that front foot of Shakur. He can't get past that right jab of Shakur. And anytime he does break the distance, Shakur steps back and counters.
Zepeda had some success up top, but Zepeda paid a price in that fight. Shakur landed 50% of his punches against William Zepeda. And even though it was the most punishment Shakur's taken, he won a wide decision on the judges' scorecards.
Good left hand. The glove nearly touched the canvas for a knockdown.
And that caught Teofimo Lopez right on the belt line. Javi Doc comes in and says, bring that up a little bit, but a good little body shot from Shakur.
And Sergio, you'll notice constantly Shakur is stepping on the front foot of Teofimo Lopez.
Well, you get that with a southpaw and an orthodox fighter, but I think Shakur's doing it a little bit more purposely now. Just to get him to stand still, shoot that left hand straight down the pipeline. I'll tell you what, guys, Shakur said it was going to be an easy night, and so far, he's in control of Teofimo Lopez.
Lopez just looks bewildered so far.
He looks bewildered and outclassed, and I hate to say that because Teofimo Lopez is the champion, but right now, he has no remedy for the speed and the timing and the accuracy of Shakur Stevenson.
Shakur said, quote, I'll be 1,000,000 times better than I was against Zepeda. And so far, he looks a lot better than he did, for sure. And he looked pretty damn good that night. Shakur throwing everything with that left hook, just missed.
Shakur's having fun in there, man. You can just see it, the confidence oozing from him.
If you're a Lopez fan, you're hoping if you can catch him with one shot, get his respect, maybe turn the tide of this fight a little bit.
When I talk to people within Lopez's camp, the one thing they kept saying is, if we can hurt him, if we can hurt him. They thought they could change the tide if they could hurt him.
But in boxing, you don't want to rely on hope and if. Catch a counter shot right there. Look at that body shot. That could have been called a knockdown if the glove touched, because that body shot did land, even though it's on the belt line. Slight little push there. Good call by the ref.
Teofimo's father said, you gotta hit him, yo. That's easier said than done.
You know, those two have a great relationship. And Teofimo Sr., whatever you think of him, laid out plans to beat Lomachenko and to beat Josh Taylor. That being said, you hear the discussion in Shakur's corner with his grandfather, Wally Moses. Very specific, telling him where to go, what to do, how to counter. More of just an energy boost in the corner of Teofimo Lopez.
And that's the difference. You got to tell your fighter what punches to throw, what he's doing wrong. You can't just be a cheerleader. You can't just urge him to go and hit him. You got to show him how he should hit him. How can he get through that front door and land a punch?
Yeah, I'd love to hear you tell him, Sergio. What does he need to do? How does he land big punches on Shakur?
Well, I would say more upper body movement, and you got to take chances. More upper body movement, and you got to rough him up. Do not aim at the head. Forget the head of Shakur Stevenson and just concentrate on the shoulders and the body right there.
Chris Mannix's scorecard through 4 rounds.
40 to 36 in favor of Shakur Stevenson. Not a very difficult fight to score at that point. Great counter left from Stevenson. He's starting to pick up the pace too. As Lopez comes in, gets a little more reckless, Shakur Stevenson is taking advantage. 40 to 36.
And our fan zone scorecard, the same. 4 rounds to none for Shakur. Shakur's having fun in there.
Shakur is shutting out the takeover right now.
I mean, we're talking about the Ring Magazine champion at 140 pounds. Right now, just struggling to lay a glove on the challenger.
And it's not like Shakur's over-moving or running like some people say he does. He's right in front of Teofimo. He's actually backing up Teofimo. He's flat-footed, catching and countering. Teofimo still leery of throwing punches.
Yeah, Shakur Stevenson is a great defensive fighter, but rarely do you see him running. He is not William School or Guillermo Rigondeaux. He stands in the pocket, uses reflexes, uses speed, footwork to get out of the way of these shots.
And right now, on the front foot, being the aggressor, putting pressure on Teofimo.
Shakur really is a master of this mid-range space.
Harvey Doc telling the fighters, watch those heads. Happens a lot when you got a southpaw and orthodox in the ring.
Look at that smile by Shakur, man. Just having fun in there.
Teo struggling to land that body shot. Ate a couple jabs on the way in. Lopez looking for something, anything, to get some momentum going.